A young American couple has been working in the Seventh-day Adventist Church's hospital in Port-au-Prince, Haiti since last spring. Technology is pushing communication ahead in the South Pacific, and Director of Adventist Mission Gary Krause explains the recent streamlining of his departments. These and other stories ahead on today's Adventist NewsLine. Welcome to Adventist NewsLine. I'm Megan Bronner. The Department of Education in the Philippines has released 2 statements establishing the right of educators and students to worship on Saturday without penalty. The first statement excuses educators from attending school activities held on Saturdays, while the latest report broadened the protection to include students. The Department of Education promised not to reduce the grades of students who miss school functions due to Sabbath observance. 2 recent graduates from Loma Linda University have been working in Haiti since this past spring, helping at the 70-bed Adventist hospital near the country's capital of Port-au-Prince. Nathan Lindsay is the hospital's assistant administrator, while his wife Amy is the volunteer coordinator. The Lindsays said they spend their time soliciting funding, renovating the hospital, and screening and orienting medical personnel who come to volunteer. They plan to remain in Haiti until next spring. To find out how you can help, visit the Loma Linda Global website. Thanks to a $200,000 grant from the government, Southwestern Adventist University will open a small business resource center early next year. The center will serve the local community of Keene, Texas, as well as the university campus, providing access to small business resources and tools to help entrepreneurs get started. Our region update this week comes from our NewsLine reporter in the South Pacific, David Gibbons.
And the first woman to be commissioned as a Seventh-day Adventist pastor in the Pacific Islands has received her credentials at a celebration in Port Vila, Vanuatu. Doralyn Laloya has worked in various church roles for 20 years and now leads the women's ministries, children's ministries and community services departments in Vanuatu. Church leaders say Pastor Laloya has clearly demonstrated her calling to ministry and has made an outstanding contribution. As technology advances, Christian organisations have embraced multimedia worship, online teleevangelism and solar-powered digital audio Bibles. Now the advent of the smartphone and Apple's iPad has presented church communicators with a whole new set of opportunities. Record, the official news magazine of the Adventist Church in the South Pacific and partner of In Focus, has launched an electronic edition on the iPhone and iPad platforms.
We want our readers to have a sense of immediacy with the latest Christian news that's breaking around the world, so that they can read it whenever they want, from wherever they are.
iRecord will be available soon for free at the iTunes Store. This is David Gibbons at Adventist Media in Australia, reporting for NewsLine.
Each year, the Seventh-day Adventist Church holds a year-end offering to go to one of its 13 world regions. This year, the World Church asked for the offering to go to help Adventists living in Haiti.
On January 12, 2010, a magnitude 7.0 earthquake struck just before 5 p.m. local time. Within minutes, hundreds of thousands of people had died, and more than 1 million were displaced from their homes. The Seventh-day Adventist Church did not escape the devastating destruction either. More than 600 members lost their lives, and more than 100 churches were either destroyed or left non-operational. Every church member was personally affected by the quake. The epicenter of the quake was just east of the capital, Port-au-Prince, which is home to more than 1/3 of the nation's population. Even closer to the quake was the city of Carrefour, which is home to the Haitian Adventist University, the Adventist Hospital of Haiti, and the local headquarters of the Adventist Development and Relief Agency. Also part of the Carrefour community were numerous Adventist churches. When the ground stopped shaking, church officials quickly responded to the needs of the local community. ADRA quickly helped turn the Adventist University into a displaced persons camp that was quickly filled with more than 25,000 people seeking shelter. The Adventist Hospital quickly filled its more than 70 beds, and with the help of numerous volunteers from all over the world, treated thousands of injured Haitians. Although their lives were affected by the quake as well, Seventh-day Adventist church members quickly started serving as Jesus' hands and feet to a community in need. This quarter, a special 13th Sabbath offering is being taken to help the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Haiti rebuild. This offering will go to repair damaged churches and schools. It will also help replace those buildings that were lost in the quake. The Adventist Church in Haiti has been shaken, but it has not been destroyed. With your prayers and offerings, the church will continue to grow and spread the message of Jesus' love to the people of Haiti.
Director of Adventist Mission Gary Krause brings us our commentary today. He shares some of the challenges our church faces in mission work and how his department is working to meet those challenges.
There are so many entities of the Adventist Church that are focused on mission, and we have so many challenges. I would point to three main areas. First of all, the 1040 window. It's that area of the world that stretches from Northwest Africa through the Middle East into Asia, teeming with multitudes of people, 60% of the world's population. Most have never even heard the name of Jesus Christ. It is where the Christian church is the weakest. Secondly, the growing urban areas where now the majority of human beings live, but they still remain largely untouched by the Seventh-day Adventist Church. And thirdly, the growing secular and postmodern areas. People who are rich and increased with goods feel as if they have need of nothing, a tremendous mission challenge. Here at the headquarters of the General Conference, church leaders have been looking at these challenges, looking at our resources, looking at what we are currently doing, and they've said, we can do this better. We can coordinate better. We can focus our efforts together better. And so recently it was voted that a new mission board will be established here at the headquarters. This mission board will focus on the complete picture of mission. It will see the needy areas, the challenge areas, and it will say, how can we align our resources, our people better to meet that challenge? How can we better work with the regional levels of the church to accomplish our mission? So I'm delighted that Adventist Mission is now going to be part of Secretariat, part of this team that will be focusing on mission in a more intentional, more coordinated way.
That wraps up another edition of Adventist NewsLine. I'm Megan Bronner. See you again next time.